As a discipline, organization development has been around for over 70 years, and in that time it has helped countless organizations become not only more humane places to work, but also has helped organizations better align themselves and increase their effectiveness to achieve hoped-for goals. As important as it is that OD helps organizations improve in these noble ways, what I would suggest to you is that an even nobler potential exists for OD to extend its domain and elevate its stature to help facilitate solving humanity's wicked problems. Let's discuss. Welcome to another episode of All Things OD, where I'm here to help you offer more, be more, and live more. Whether you're serving as an OD practitioner, change management professional, or business transformation consultant. I'm your host, Randall Scott, and it's great to be with you here today. As mentioned, in today's episode, we're going to discuss the notion of boundaryless OD, which describes extending and elevating the practice of OD to address larger social issues at the scale of community, ecosystem, nation, and planet. Now, before we begin, I want to first let you know about a new flagship course that we're offering called Leading Through Complexity. This course is an 8-week, online, action learning-based course that will help you learn how to lead transformational change efforts in less time with less resistance, and that will sustain over time. Our next cohort is forming now, and seats are limited. So if you're interested in changing the way that change is done, visit our website at henosispartners.com/LTC, or if you're watching on YouTube, simply click on the link in the description below. All right, let's jump in. So we begin by defining what is the difference between traditional OD and boundaryless OD. With traditional OD, the application of organization development methods, tools, and techniques are meant to help solve business or corporate challenges as a means to grow the organization to progress or to create internal alignment. The specific focus has been on solving challenges to help a business or corporation design and align itself, its strategy, its structure, people, rewards, metrics, and processes to achieve its stated mission, vision, and objectives. And the types of challenges or problems that traditional OD tries to help solve for, range from helping re-engineer an end-to-end process, to resolving cross-functional conflicts, to providing executive leadership coaching, and all manner of organizational effectiveness efforts in between. Now, in contrast to that, boundaryless OD speaks to the application of OD methods, tools, and techniques that are beyond just solving business and corporate challenges, to helping solve challenges at the scale of community, ecosystem, nation, and even planet. Some examples of boundaryless OD improvements range from, for example, leading a local community improvement initiative, to facilitating a multi-stakeholder NGO-sponsored visioning effort, to spearheading a social innovation lab to address underrepresented or marginalized segments of the population. And it's important to know that with boundaryless OD, your scope, scale, and impact is only limited by your imagination. And because of this, we have a tremendous opportunity in front of us to apply our knowledge, skills, and capabilities to solve the complex adaptive challenges that exist within our communities, within our nation, and across broader humanity. And when I speak of complex adaptive challenges, the challenges are largely the same, from organization to community to planet. So just to be clear, these are the types of challenges, for example, where it's difficult for people to agree on what specifically the problem or issue is, or how best to solve it. They're the types of challenges where applying existing process, procedures, and know-how does not provide the needed solution. And when solving for complex adaptive challenges, the solutions emerge not from certain expertise that one possesses or a title that one holds, but rather from a process of highly diverse actors agreeing to come together, to learn, to adapt, and challenge one another to achieve a common goal. And to solve complex adaptive challenges effectively, it requires not only altering mindsets, so an individual's uncritically held assumptions, their limiting beliefs, their cognitive biases, and altering behaviors, but also transforming relationships of those involved in the change effort. So developing new relations, deepening existing relations, and/or restoring fractured relations. And finally, complex adaptive challenges are the types of challenges that require experiments and new discoveries, as well as wrong turns and dead ends. In other words, we need to experiment our way forward. So these items reflect the profile of a complex adaptive challenge, and again, solving these types of challenges is largely the same, whether within an organization, a broader community, or even at the scale of planet. Now you might be asking, what types of challenges could I address outside of my organization that might be within my community, a broader ecosystem, or broader humanity? So let's take a look at how we could apply our OD change leadership expertise to advance any number of societal improvements. For example, one of the things that we could apply our OD change leadership expertise towards is to help address the complex adaptive challenge of how to overcome the opioid crisis plaguing our youth. We could try to help others how to reimagine our education system. We could help in how to eliminate poverty or to create equity in the world. Another complex challenge where we could apply our OD change leadership would be to how to establish, for example, sustainable food and water sources globally. We could apply our expertise in how to meaningfully address climate change with local improvements. We could apply our expertise towards how to address mental health issues afflicting our youth, and how to upskill and reskill marginalized populations in response to the rise of artificial intelligence. Other examples include lending our expertise towards how to develop a regional strategy, for example, on the best ways to address healthcare, or how to more humanely address crime and restorative justice practices. We could apply our expertise on how to create cross-border agreements that celebrate the best of humanity. Or we could apply our expertise on how to work across differences to establish lasting peace in the world. So there is no shortage of issues, challenges, and/or crises that we, as professional change agents, could apply OD methods, tools, and techniques to help solve. And so what that means for you as an OD change leader and for our profession is that we are poised to expand and elevate our scope, status, and impact as change agents. While our profession in the past has largely focused on organization, our future does not need to be limited just to organization. Our future could include helping communities, broader ecosystems, our nation, and broader humanity. And so why should you consider this? Well, one reason is that the world needs us. There is no shortage of complex adaptive challenges that exist today, and we, maybe more than any other profession, have the knowledge, skills, and capabilities to address these challenges head on. And so the world needs us. And in this regard, there really is no reason not to broaden your horizons. And in fact, in broadening your horizons, you might be able to privately address a passion of yours to play bigger in life. Another reason why you may want to consider this is that in solving these larger societal issues, there's greater personal satisfaction with the type of contribution that you're making in the world. Another reason to consider expanding and elevating your scope and status and impact as a change agent is that the intractable issues that we see today will only increase, become more chronic over time. And finally, you may want to consider this because it just feels good to help others regarding matters that we deeply care about. So, how does one begin to elevate and expand one's scope from just serving organizations? Well, my guidance for you would be to start small. For example, you could volunteer within your local community to help solve a complex adaptive challenge that the community itself is addressing. In addition to that, you can volunteer at an NGO whose mission you care about. You could choose to join an organization and offer to lead some type of societal-based initiative. So, for example, if you joined an organization that had anything to do with the food or water supply, You could volunteer to help establish more sustainable food and/or water sources globally. You could seek out speaking engagements at industry conferences, forums, and other events to plant the seeds of the potential and promise of Boundaryless OD. And of course, you can brainstorm on your own for other opportunities on how to begin. For over 70 years, our profession, organizational development professionals and change agents, have been helping organizations to improve their performance, to improve organizational alignment, to help organizations become more effective and efficient with their operations. What I'm suggesting is that we can play bigger, that we can apply the same knowledge, skills, and capabilities that we've applied to organizations and apply them on a larger scale to help the communities that we live within, the broader ecosystems that we participate in, the nation in which we live, and to address the wicked problems that afflict humanity. This is the promise and potential of Boundaryless OD. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you found the content in this episode helpful. Please share your comments below, and if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to get notified of all future weekly episodes. Also, don't forget about our upcoming course, Leading Through Complexity. If you're interested in participating in our next cohort, you can register on our website at henosispartners.com/LTC, or if you're watching on YouTube, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode.